Well, it was a lovely festival. What I was most amused by was people who said, well, you come here and at first glance it doesn't look like there's much happening, but the whole thing's a TARDIS, and as you go deeper, so you get actually to have a really busy day.
Yeah.
Nice connections with people. I noticed a lot of sort of reunions, like people who've maybe grown up in the same town and like they went to the same places when they were younger, but they didn't really know each other in those days and are just connecting now. So, the speed dating was great fun, and I'm terribly proud to have done the first tree-hugging yogurt weaving workshop in history.
Did you get a hot date from speed dating?
I got the most sexy dance last night. It was positively orgasmic. Lambardering on this dishy man's thigh. Wonderful.
Show me that
flirtation.
again. Let me see that again. Come on.
Wonderful flirtation.
Cool.
So yeah, I've had a very good time.
Yeah.
Every festival is completely unique, and also the festival changes with my journey as well. So this year I've been trying to bring in more of a forum, more discussion into the festival. I'm here and just really enjoying meeting each other, doing really interesting things, opening up, taking a risk, kind of stretching themselves spiritually, stretching themselves emotionally, and all in a lovely setting, so it's about a group of people enjoying an exciting adventure together, a spiritual adventure. And so it always stretches me, and it's always exciting, and I never know quite where it's going and what I'm going to have to challenges I'm going to face. So it's good to see people in a great happy open space, like here people come and they're smiling and we're hugging, and it's kind of openness that I don't get in my normal existence.
Festival experience here has been really good because it's a small festival, and I found that people are a lot more friendly. They've got time for you because they're not being distracted by so many different things. Actually, I've had some really good deep conversations on loads of stuff, so I've really enjoyed that, and it's been quiet. I can experiment with new ideas here easier than I can outside because people are more relaxed. And actually I think they like unconventionality. It's a good base for me to learn new ideas, and those things do go out into the world. I think there's a lot of honesty here. There's a lot of people that are talking from quite a deep level or a heart level. You can discuss things here, and people are given a voice, an aim I think for consensus of some sort, but you can voice your opinions, and I think in a more balanced way. Like yesterday, for example, I was having there was a big debate on green issues, and it could have easily gone into massive arguments, but it didn't, because actually at the end of the day people were receptive, even if they didn't completely agree with what was going on. There was a receptivity and a way of holding an idea rather than just crushing it right down. And it was very honest, like people saying, we're not sure if we're getting this right anyway, what we're doing, but we're trying to do it, and at least we're trying to do it consciously and thinking about it and reflecting on it. We can do it. We can make massive changes if we just keep positive.
Just because it's never been done, it's one of those popular myths. Oh, the tree-hugging yogurt weaving people. Well, actually, I've never seen anyone doing yogurt weaving, so it's about time it happens.
Cool.
Not just to me.
So it's the start of a whole new movement.
Gee, are you coming to tree-hugging yogurt weaving workshop? Now, tree-hugging is extremely useful for de-stressing, taking out all your negative energy. That your heart chakra is connected to the tree. And it's deliciously grounding, and you want to feel that root energy of the earth just coming up through your body.
Mi, mo, ma, oh.
Yogurt weaving now then.
Now yogurt puja coming.
All ready to look. Now, you're Tibetan, actually, and this is a 27-year-old Tibetan yogurt culture. Oh, will you teach us the mantra? We need a nice mantra while we weave. Yeah, at the Tor.
Don't get it on the camera.
While we I want you to infuse the yogurt with peace and love vibrations, because as we weave it into the earth, what the yogurt will be doing is spreading that through the earth and surfacing everywhere.
There you go.
And look, we have a blessed wasp. A wasp really wanted to get blessed at that point.
So cool, man. Well done. I love it.
Right, now I have here 2 small lollipop sticks, which I think are ideal for the weaving it into the ground point. So I was going to do the tree, but I've decided that anyone who wants to practice tree hugging later, perhaps not a good idea, so we're going to weave it into the ground. I'm just going to do something fairly simple here, like a little flower. Peace, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, spread throughout the planet. Well, thank you for all coming.
Oh, thank you, darling. That was wonderful.
Oh, you're very welcome.
It's a great leveller, isn't it? How everybody's it's the field that's the pull, just by sun and me. We're just so at peace here. You know, it showed me a different side of me that I wasn't able to find living in a town. Just made some beautiful friends, even though many of them we don't see from one year to the next. It's just the family and the community side of it that I think was missing in my life. Brainwashed into this culture that's scared of lack and, you know, insufficient funds. You've got to have this, you've got to have that in your life. There's enough for everybody. Don't be afraid that stuff's going to run out. If people just take what they need and share the surplus, there's plenty enough for everybody.
All power to
And,
music for.
Love is a currency.
Well, it may do.
If you love the Mother Earth, she'll always take care of you.
And he is nearly perfect.
Well, yeah.
Next, and we miss them in nature. As I was saying, we're in towns and cities. We get all of the radio waves and the microwaves and everything sort of bombarding us, and we're not hearing birdsong, and we're not hearing everything, the wind and the trees.
What we do is we gather from the place where we are, so come to this field and look at the hedgerows and see what there is, and you really tune into the plants and, you know, find the abundance of the plant.
We select things that are in abundance that would look good as part of the mandala, so hawthorn berries, teasels we got this year, all kinds of different sticks and berries, elderberries, some flower heads and grasses, and then we spend a day or two creating the mandala, and people enjoy sitting around it in the meditation garden. And I think the magic of the mandala works on you unconsciously, really. It's quite a centering tool. Oh, I love doing it. It's always slightly an endurance test as we get to the end. My neck and shoulders are aching, and but I love doing it. I love collecting the plants. I love looking at everything that's growing. I know all the things in the hedgerows here, and I love making the design.
The day I spent helping to create that beautiful mandala was probably one of the most blissful days of my life.
To experience what they want in their lives, the abundance of nature, without having to go out and do slave labour. Or the whole planet can become a massive orchard if we plant fruit trees and food instead of using the land to grow food for animals so that we can abuse them. Figuring out how to communicate with each other without fighting, men and women, neighbours, countries, the whole world. The fact that we can do it here means to me, seems to me that we should be able to do it everywhere. Well, it's creative and constructive, it's fine. As long as it hurts nobody, it's fine. People creating the world they want to live in and believing that they can have it. Working together. It's much nicer when people are nice to each other. Then we start living in respect, truth, honesty. Treat each other nicely and we create heaven. Treat each other horribly and we create hell. It's our creation, we do it. We're putting back the pieces of the jigsaw into a story that makes some sense. By the abundance of the earth and by kids that still want to be born, they want to be here, they want to do it. It must be supposed to go on. Half the planet are hungry, and why? Because we don't care enough. And, I want inspiration from the men for the boys. Teenage boys and the young boys, because the women cannot teach the boys how to be men. It's impossible for us to do that. We can mother them and teach them how to be mothered, that's no problem. It's about having fun, it's about celebrating what we've got and not being miserable about what we haven't got, because we waste our time on that one too.
It's really warm.
Yeah?
And over here it's making a funny noise, and
is it?
And we're very hot, but we want to get out soon.
You do?
Yeah, because I haven't had breakfast or lunch. We've been making stuff at the making tent.
The countryside, I like the energy, you know. Yeah, that's what it's very important to me. I live in a city still.
Where it is, the view is very, very magical. It's really Avalon. We're in Avalon Fields, Healing Fields, definitely. been an interesting process because you bring yourself with you, but you know, I've done lots of yoga, I've enjoyed it.
Do you feel like you've grown by being here?
Yes, I've grown, I hope. You know, we all grow, especially out in the wind and the rain and the nature, like every flower.
One of the big things this year has been we've had a big discussion on sexuality and healing and spirituality. We would actually either do it in pairs, but we needed a big group for it to raise energy. Does that make sense? We needed a biggish group to raise energy, or fantasy about a sexually good time, or you know what we would think that we would need to make us feel really. Felt really good. So that was one idea that we had about it.
Voyeurism, pornography, prostitution. You know, so I've got lots of questions, and they're not strains and, you know, pregnancies and cycles, you know, all those different things. The level of importance of sex.
Yeah. Has it been proven? I mean, are there like differences of what you can see in people?
Being in situations where people are not in the normal boundaried world, they're in a world where we've got to work together and cooperate and do it, you know, and setting each other targets to explore together. Well, I think life has rhythms, and I think one rhythm is the earthy rhythm of just doing things that you've got to keep doing. But I think there's always got to be rhythms where you do things which stretch you and excite you, like you know, waves. So you go along and then you go up one. You know, you go up a wave and you meet people in a really open way that perhaps you wouldn't be able to do all the time in your life. It's a little bit out of the ordinary for people, and we're a different type of festival than normal. We're, you know, a festival that's just based around workshops about exploring whatever it is, exploring African dance or exploring sound healing or exploring talking about sexuality or exploring Qigong or yoga. So you go to all these different workshops, and that's that's one of the main things about coming here. And also maybe the fires, you know, meeting people at night. So it's not a kind of like coming to a festival where there's lots of bands or anything. You're coming to explore yourself with other people.
Yeah.
I try to make sure it stays this workshop, this sitting around the fire, being, you know, with people being kind of little troubadours. You know, I kind of work hard at keeping it really organic. And, you know, it's not the normal, this isn't the normal type of festival. Yeah. So I'm kind of aware that I have to fight to keep the boundaries. Meeting people on a lovely open spiritual way, being in a place where everyone's just glowing with lovely energy. Yeah, more loving in life. Take a risk to live a better life. We could be a green world now if people would take the risk. We could have really a much better world if the leaders would take a risk and go for it, and go for a world that's greener and more harmonious with people. You find the way to make that happen. Be exciting, be more natural, get out in the fields and play, just enjoy that. You may be into one way of living, but there are other ways of living that can be a lot more fun. And, you know, if you live a more natural life, it's more exciting and it's more fun. So yeah, just thank you for all coming. Because, you know, we're all going to go, and it's both been great, and it's a little bit sad for me anyway. Yeah, me too. So for me, it's not ending, but it is. It's been a fantastic time, but you know, it's just getting into that tender moment inside yourself about having, you know, shared moments together. Yeah. Did you make it last 3 weeks? Yeah. Hugging then? Yeah. Some hugging? Yeah. Some serious hugging? Yeah. Oh, let's do some hugging.